This video is brought to you by...
Man, y'all already know what it is. Cool green clothing. We done gone worldwide. We coming straight out of Baltimore. Man, do yourself a favor right quick. Go online right now at coolgreenclothing.com and make your purchase. Oh yeah, and by the way, if you ain't cool and getting the green, you're in the way. And that's just basic.
It's your girl, Mrs. Tony, 2 times, and I'm back with another episode of the Baltimore Way. In this video, I'll be discussing the recent case of Brielle Handy, who was out with friends when an altercation in Southwest Baltimore changed everything. But before we get into this video, please hit that like button. Also, make sure you subscribe if you haven't already and join the Tony 2 Times family. Tap the notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads. And of course, feel free to share this video with everyone you know. Everything in this video is alleged. All right, let's get into it. At just 18 years old, Brielle Handy was already paving her path toward a bright and meaningful future. To her family, she wasn't just a bright light, she was the heartbeat of her home. Her grandmother, who raised her from a young age, lovingly called Brielle her baby, her very first grandchild. Brielle was driven, ambitious, and deeply committed to making something of herself. She had recently earned her phlebotomy certificate, stepping onto the front lines of healthcare, and was actively preparing to enter nursing school. On top of her professional dreams, she was a loving mother to a precious 3-year-old daughter. Those who knew her described a young woman with so much life left to live, so many milestones ahead of her, and a deep bond with the family who adored her. The day before everything changed, Brielle was on the phone with her grandmother. It was a completely normal conversation, no indications of trouble, no warnings, no sign that anything was wrong. But less than 24 hours later, on the warm Saturday evening of July 25th, 2026, a tragic sequence of events was set into motion. Shortly before 8 p.m., Brielle was out with a friend in Southwest Baltimore near the 3200 block of West Baltimore Street and South Hilton Street. What began as an ordinary evening quickly spiraled when Brielle and her friend ended up in a chaotic physical altercation with a group of individuals in an alley adjacent to the Love of God Apostolic Church. Neighbors in the area started hearing the commotion. One resident, watching from his front porch, noticed a group of roughly 15 young people running back and forth up the alley, shouting and arguing. Dispatch recordings from that evening captured the initial frantic 911 calls, reporting a group engaging in a major fight. A few minutes later, responding officers noted that the scene appeared to be a planned confrontation between two parties.
Group of girls beating up one girl, 10 individuals involved.
Sounds like this was a planned fight between two parties.
As the fight intensified, witnesses reported seeing a 34-year-old woman named Dasianne Richardson become directly involved in the fight with Brielle. According to court documents and eyewitness statements, Dasianne pulled a blade from her shirt during the heat of the fight and inflicted a wound to Brielle's neck. Witnesses observed Dasianne place the weapon back into her shirt and quickly flee the scene on foot. Other reports hinted that a suspect may have subsequently left the area in a black vehicle, possibly a truck.
Black trucks that might have gone through Hilton 1 or 2 times. Apparently, suspect trying to a black vehicle, possibly a truck.
The group scattered in every direction, leaving Brielle lying on the sidewalk outside the church doors. Caring bystanders and neighbors rushed over, attempting to render aid and perform CPR while emergency personnel rushed to the scene. First responders arrived shortly after 8 p.m. and transported Brielle directly to the University of Maryland Shock Trauma Center. Tragically, despite every effort to save her life, Brielle succumbed to her severe injury. Detectives immediately took control of the investigation, combing through the alleyway, gathering dispatch audio, and interviewing multiple witnesses who were present during the confrontation. Through witness statements and photo identifications, authorities quickly identified 34-year-old Dasianne Richardson as the primary suspect. As investigators built their case, details about Dasianne's background began to surface. Court records revealed a prior history, including a misdemeanor assault charge involving a minor the previous year, a 2024 misdemeanor charge regarding school attendance for a child, and a 2017 domestic protective order that had eventually been dismissed. Just 1 week after the tragic evening on August 1st, 2026, warrant apprehension detectives tracked down Dasianne and took her into custody. She was transported to the Central Book and Intake Facility and now faces 6 formal counts, including first-degree felony charges that carry a potential life sentence. She was initially housed at the Maryland Correctional Institute for Women while awaiting court proceedings. Dasianne Richardson is innocent until proven guilty. The news sent shockwaves through the Southwest Baltimore community and deeply impacted the congregation of the church where the incident occurred. A local deacon shared prayers for the grieving parents and emphasizing that the church stands in the neighborhood to support and uplift people, making the incident nearby all the more heartbreaking. The church's pastor reflected on the situation as a total loss for everyone involved, a heavy tragedy with no real winners. For Brielle's family, the pain is unimaginable, but the news of an arrest brought a sense of relief. Her father shared moving tributes online, expressing that being Brielle's dad was the greatest blessing of his life and that his heart will forever hold her memory. Her grandmother expressed deep gratitude that someone was brought into custody so quickly while continuing the heavy journey of processing her grief and stepping up to raise Brielle's 3-year-old daughter. My deepest condolences and well wishes go out to Brielle Handy's daughter, her grandmother, her father, and all of her friends and loved ones who are navigating this profound loss. When we look at a tragedy like this, it leaves an entire community asking heavy questions. How does a street dispute involving young people escalate to the point where a 34-year-old adult intervenes with lethal force? What could have been done to de-escalate the tension before it turned catastrophic? And whatever they were fighting about, was it really worth it? I'd love to hear your thoughtful perspectives in the comments below. How can a community better protect young people from escalating street disputes, and what steps need to be taken to address conflicts before they reach a point of no return? Let me know your thoughts down below, and please keep Brielle's family in your thoughts. All right, fam, that's it for this episode of the Baltimore Way. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video informative and believe these stories matter, please consider liking this video so more people can see it. Subscribe for more stories like this that deserve to be heard, and most importantly, take care of yourself and those around you. This is your girl, Mrs. Tony 2 times. Until next time.